dig my hole, you build a wall. One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long. Gonna build that wall up to the sky. Gonna build that wall up to the sky. Someday your bird is gonna fly. Gonna build that wall until it's done. Gonna build that wall until it's done. But now you got nowhere to run. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long.
Hello. Hey, Bobbin. Thank you for the 27 months. Well, straight off the top, I'll tell you that I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Basically, the thing I had before the marathon, I have again. I still don't know what it is or why it is. But it started at like 4 in the morning last night. Well, I'm going to be seeing a doctor on Wednesday. So that'll be us, starting a thing with a family doctor type situation. So not like a rando ER visit or urgent care thing, but like a continuing figure out all the things that are wrong with you thing. I have a new suspicion as to what's going on. I think that it might be bidet related. Well, yeah, allergic to Ohio. Well, it certainly stopped while we were at the marathon. Well, I looked into it, and yes, because it depends very much on like the design of the bidet and like how clean you keep it and so forth. We didn't have one. We We installed one, I don't know, a couple months ago. It's the kind that you can install on any toilet. But I've used it once since we got back. I felt good from basically like, I would say this whole thing passed by like day 3 of being at the marathon. And before then, before we left for the marathon, I hadn't considered the bidet as being a potential source of, whatever's wrong. But then I'm fine for like a week, week and a half. And then yesterday I used the bidet. And now I feel like fucking shit again. Well, I don't know how prevalent it is. I mean, I saw some studies that were looking into this sort of thing, and certain bacteria were found to hang around on the nozzle of bidets. Well, yeah, basically, I mean, your butthole is it's an open orifice to your body, and bidets are fairly strong pressure, so you have to hold your butt closed, essentially. You have to clench to not just shoot water straight up in your ass. So, well, that's not necessarily true in that once you have an infection, bacterial or otherwise, it can travel around your body however, like through the bloodstream. And there's certainly access to that in your, in your colon. And, it also will grow, so. What's up?
One, never seen a Great Dane bunny hop.
Did it bunny
And
hop
today,
over to y'all?
oh yeah,
Was it loose?
yeah. It was attached to a string. It was attached to nothing.
Is everybody okay? Are you alright?
Yeah. It's really freaked out. And you know how Penny is.
Yeah, how was Penny?
They sniffed and circled. Her collar came off.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no. Wonderful. And then he kind of walked away. She stood in one spot, let me put her collar back on her. And then took her right back.
Why did her collar come off?
I don't know. Probably because she's full of fucking fluff.
Alright. Well, I'm glad that didn't,
I had like 8 minor heart attacks
Yeah.
because fucking Great Dane.
yeah, no, it's huge. I've seen it before. It does look like a horse, basically.
It is a cow. It is a cow of a dog.
I'm sorry.
Seemed very sweet. But I was very freaked out.
Was the owner around? Did
Nope.
you notice over here?
Did not hear anybody. I was just trying to get in between them, going no, 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 no. They both ignored the fuck out of me,
Of course, yeah.
which is lovely.
Yeah, I think Nakomi's generally better. Because
yeah.
she doesn't use it, actually. Because she doesn't like it.
What?
The bidet. I was explaining to them my one possible theory.
It makes my butt too wet.
Yeah. So she didn't end up liking it. That's why.
I mean, it's fine.
Although she has had her own problems.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's related, but she's already seen the doctor. We were supposed to both go see the doctor on Friday, but I canceled for work reasons.
11 vials of blood. Apparently that's half the legal amount that they're allowed to take.
Crazy. Well, I'm glad that it all worked out, although I feel like someone should probably go rap on their door.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your dog is just loose.
Yeah.
Well, that could have been real bad, and I'm glad it wasn't. Yikes. They probably have no idea. Yeah, your moose is loose. It's very odd because the only times I've ever seen that dog outside, they've were with the dog. You know, I don't recall whether they always had him on a leash or not. Anyway, yeah, I have a butt hypothesis. I don't know. I'm just hoping because I'll tell you, I hate feeling like this. I'm so tired of feeling like this because it's constant. It has a baseline that doesn't go away. And all that I feel all day is just like I'm just waiting for when it's going to kick into, really beating me up like it does. And then I have to spend an hour or two feeling like ultra shit. And the worst feeling is knowing that there's just simply nothing that will give relief. Nothing. No over-the-counter shit does anything. And when I was taking the prescribed stuff, I feel like that fucked me up and made me even worse. So, meanwhile, I didn't quite hit the target with my big project. So, I started off this morning waking up at 4:30 in the fucking morning to pace around and feel like garbage. And then, I think about 2 or 3 hours later, I managed to get some really not very good sleep on the couch for about 3 hours. Some fitful, shitty sleep. And then I got up and I worked all day. I made good progress, but I'm still going to have to do more tomorrow too. And I feel like I'm probably going to be feeling just the same tomorrow and probably the day after that, the day after that. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, at the worst, I mean, honestly, I was really considering doing another fucking telemed to try to get more of the anti-nausea. The one thing that was really good out of everything that I had tried recently was, I forget the name of it, and I don't think I have the bottle handy, but it started with a D. Oh, what was it? It was kind of, I think I remember making a pun out of the name because it was like Dan Does Disco almost or something like that. Don't remember, but it's the one that's like a little tiny tablet that just dissolves on your tongue, and it's anti-nausea, anti-vomiting, and it's the most effective thing out of all the stuff I've tried. It's the only thing that ended up leading towards some relief. No, not Dramamine. Odancitron. Odancitron. That's the one. It didn't start with a D. It started with an O. Ondansetron. And the reason I was thinking of disco because it sounds like Dancitron. Yeah, thank you. Ondansetron. Very effective. It looks like whoever y'all were saying Zofran, it's probably similarly, might be in the same medicine family, because that came up as well. Oh, they're the same. Okay, yeah. See, I didn't know it as Zofran, but y'all were right. But I'm out of that now. I took the last one this morning, and all of those prescriptions were do not refill. So I'm shit out of luck unless I do a telemed and be like, hey, I was given this. I need more. But unfortunately, I think it's restricted because it's I think you can combine it with stuff or something or other. Some people use it to get high or possibly something like that. I don't quite know. It's not an antibiotic. Or do you mean the other? So the other things I had were like the hardcore version of Imodium, which I was supposed to take every single day, one a day, for 14 days. And then there was another one. Oh, maybe I was supposed to take that one 4 times. No, there was one. I don't know which is which, but one I was supposed to take once a day for 14 days. I think that was the Imodium. The other one, I was supposed to take 4 times a day. They both I think they were both for acid, or one was for acid and one was for IBS. I don't know that either of those things were my problem, and I'm pretty sure one or the other of those made the stomach end of my issues significantly worse, because when I decided to stop taking that shit was when we were making the drive down to the marathon, and I was in hell. I had to stop so many times. It was a much longer trip than it needed to be. I was having horrific temperature fluctuations. Not to mention, we're in the Midwest terrible temperature time of where like shit is between like horribly freezing or fine but the wind chill is insane, or just everything temperature wise is a nightmare. And when you feel like this, subtle differences in temperature too far one way or the other, like if you're wearing a hoodie for instance and it's just too much, or you take the hoodie off and then you're just too cold. I would super do away with this shit body. I hate having a body. Yeah, I mean, ulcers cross my mind, but I haven't had any like sharp pain. You know, multiple different, like the gallbladder came up. I considered I had some weird lower abdomen pain, and I thought maybe my appendix finally blew up, but I'd be dead by now. I've been worried about my liver, but there hasn't been any blood or anything anywhere. It's just weird, and that's why I honestly feel like the bidet is probably the leading hypothesis right now, because it seems like it would be this sort of thing. Like it would give you like a lot of digestive system distress.
He has a flat brain.
Hey, Spark, thank you for 52 months. Could be stress, too. That's still on the table. I really hope not, though. Because, god damn it, I need to work. And I like my job. This would be just the most, like, fuck you, cosmic bullshit. Not to mention, I feel like I've been in like high stress, extended periods of high stress before, and I didn't have this. So But of course, bodies change. Yeah. were I my age then? Yeah, I wasn't, clearly. So maybe I was more resilient to it at a point. Yeah, the whole gallbladder thing really sounds awful from what I've heard from Good. So I don't know. I hope it's not that. I hope that this doctor is also good at like narrowing down and making proper diagnoses and not like, well, you're old and you probably don't need that thing for much longer anyway, so we're just gonna take that out and see if that's the problem. Like, no, 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 no. Thank you. That's not how I. It's not how I want to approach things. I would like. I would like to hopefully approach the issue empirically. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm hoping at least after one visit, if I'm still really feeling awful, most likely they'll probably give me another prescription of something to try. I'm definitely going to emphasize that I'm a fan of disco. um, because worst comes to worst, that has saved me when the shit has hit the fan. It's allowed me to experience at least a short period of relief. But yeah, it really seems like a lot of possible things are on the table. Like, I don't think that I eat super terribly. Like, I don't eat huge amounts of junk per se. I don't really eat tons of fast food. Um, it's on and off, but like I'm worried that maybe diabetes is on the table somehow or related somehow or maybe pre-diabetes. I don't know. I really don't know what that's like. Well, so I'm really bad about this, but because when they do blood work and stuff, typically they're checking for very specific stuff. But I feel like when I went to the ER, whatever, 2 weeks ago, that they would have noticed and been like, "Oh yeah, you got the diabetes, son," or even that you're pre-diabetes, son. But they didn't say anything about that. Nothing like that was flagged. So, hey Dave, how you doing? I'm just shooting the shit about feeling bad. Welcome. The beatus. It's a distant possibility on the table of things that I'm wondering whether are the cause of my recent nightmares. The shit that I had going on before the marathon is happening to me again. Really? Jesus. That seems crazy. Um, dude, it's hard to tell, Dave. I drink constantly, but I feel like I always have. So, it doesn't really stick out to me. No, no, I don't think I don't think I pee excessively either. So I don't know. What I was just saying as you were arriving was that like 2 weeks ago, yeah, morning nausea, yes, that's been happening to me. Morning nausea, and my stomach feeling like just super shit. Um, we filter our tap water. I don't know how. I don't know how good that is, but we do drink the tap water through filtered pitchers. Yeah, so the ER doc that I went to recommended that I see a GI or a GE or whatever. I thought it was gastrointestinal, so GI. Um, but that was, we didn't have any time to do that before leaving for the marathon. And I'm going to be seeing a doctor on Wednesday, so I will most likely bring that up. It's the same hospital, so it'll probably be on my chart. So they can probably. Oh, is it gastroenterologist? Okay. I see. That makes sense. Really? How regularly? Thank you. I guess, yeah, I guess I could try not drinking the tap water as well. I don't know. Being told that the we're just, we're shotgun blasting this thing. So there's some thinking that the maybe the filters are not clean enough, collecting bacteria perhaps. Unknown.
I changed them all out before we left.
Yeah, so they're pretty fresh.
Well, now I can't remember if I did the third one. Anyway.
Thank
Love
you. I love you too.
I bought myself a little sugar.
Okie dokie. I'm just tired of being miserable, y'all. That's it. That's all I can say. Got the hot goss. Word, yeah, I'll let you know. Basically, I think I'm just gonna try to survive until my doctor appointment on Wednesday. But just thinking about it makes me so fucking sad. Because there's like no escape. It's just always on. That's why I'm not playing anything right now, because I was poking around at stuff, but nothing feels like worth doing because nothing can distract from this constant feeling like shit, I thought about messing with Buck Up and Drive, which is good. It's a good little thing, but I just don't feel like it. I also was looking at Resident Evil Remake. It's just been a long time, and I enjoyed that so much. But even that was like, I don't feel like anything, man. I don't feel like anything. Yeah, well, I've certainly got a backlog of things that I want to get to. Because there's also the Outer Wilds expansion, and there's Ori 2, because I really, really liked Ori. And obviously Metroid Dread. But it's just one of those things. Oh, right, yeah, Deltarune, was it Chapter 2 or Part 2? I keep forgetting that happened too. There's just a lot of bangers that I need to get to. Poor Chew wasn't feeling well today either. He also had diarrhea, and then he threw up a while after that. Poor guy. Ha! Yeah. I want to get back on that train sometime, Dave. I will say a step finally happened towards making things happen around here. In that Nakomi painted the majority of the living room in this apartment today. Still more to be done. It needs finished off. But that was one of the inhibiting factors. Because the other day I was talking to her and I was like, I think we just need to make, like, just step one on this journey. Because it's been in stasis for so long. So it's a sort of a dark, like, charcoal. It really changes the vibe of the room wildly. Because it was essentially off-white, and now it's this deep charcoal, which I chose because I felt like I thought it'd be a cool look because it would make things in front of it and on it pop more, you know, anything with color, like LED lights or something, posters. So it seems like that's what it's going to be with a like a white trim. And then that's a big step to get out of the way because I didn't want to bother putting up any fucking shelves or unpacking anything in there if it was all going to have to fucking get, like, it would all be in the way of getting the room painted. So it kind of felt like a pointless effort until that was done. Another thing that we need to do, and it's going to basically undo a lot of the work that I did on resolving the credit cards, but we need to get a new gas heater installed because we were feeling like it seemed like the old heater, we were smelling gas. It was very concerning. So we stopped using it. And so that has contributed a lot to how I've been feeling here because it's like everything's too fucking cold. We have little space heaters, and that's what I'm using now, but it's really hard to regulate whether you're too hot or too cold or what with those things. So we want to get a heater installed. And that's going to cost a bit. It's going to be probably... It's going to be between $2,000 and $3,000, I think. But it's going to be a cool one. It's going to be vented, which will be an improvement because with the heater that we have currently, it's very old. It's not vented. So it has this issue where it creates condensation at like the far end of the apartment, which is not great. So this new one will be vented and out to a chimney. And it's going to be up on the wall. I'm not sure what its exact profile is going to be, but it's one of those ones that's like thinner and much taller. So it's going to be flush on the wall and going up towards the ceiling, which I think will be an improvement over the one that we currently have. The Dallas Cowboys. yeah, yeah. Hopefully it'll be cozy. The other apartment has a new a newer heater in it that is also a chimney one, and it does a real good job. Another thing we still got to do that I just don't want to is we have to take all the fucking window air conditioners down. I just don't. I don't want to. I hate them. I hate window air conditioners so fucking much. They're a pain in the fucking ass to install. And then the fact that you have to take them down in the winter, knowing that in just a few months later, you gotta fucking come back in the fucking window again. Just kill me. I do feel though that if I could just get past this, whatever the fuck's wrong with me, shit. And once I get this project launched and out the door, I'm really hoping that finally I'm just gonna kind of be stable. I'm just gonna be finally kind of on my own 2 feet, and maybe we'll be able to start making some progress on getting things unpacked, and I can get retro set up again, which I've been fucking just missing. And I really hope that this client is happy with the work that I've done on this project. Because it seems there's a promotion on the table, and I'd really like to get that. Obviously, it would be huge, and would only help further. So it would alleviate a lot of problems. And apparently, I'm already slated to do another lead position on another upcoming project too. So. Well, let's just hope stress isn't the issue, because it's definitely going to bring more stress. I'm not sure when. I think it's going to be in a few weeks. Fortunately, I think it'll go better because I learned a lot doing this project. I learned what the things are that were unknowns that bamboozled me, and I will be able to reference back to this project and I think leverage it to do a faster and hopefully smoother job on the next one. So I feel like if you imagine that, like, I'm like a fighter pilot, right? And I'm pretty good. I've done it a lot. I can maneuver. I know my way around the cockpit. And that got me a good job. But then it's it's a unique situation, and they're hitting me with stuff like, okay, so we know you're good. We want you to fly sideways through 3 canyons, or just like lots of stuff that, like, seems like, well, I could do all this other stuff. This should be pretty feasible. I've done similar things. But then I'm like scraping along the sides, bouncing off the floor, scraping by. I'm not crashing. I'm just hitting a lot of obstacles along the way. I'm so surprised at how many things that I run into that are like, oh, this is new. Oh, this is new. Because, like, you get to a point where you think, this, what else are you going to run into, really? But, little requests or little design differences and things like that can really hide some unknowns, and you don't know what you don't know. No, I don't think they overestimated me. So I'm getting through it just fine. But I've had a couple of things that I haven't run into before, and I got mired in those things because I was spending a lot of time like trying to figure out how to get it to do what I want it to do or what I need it to do. And sometimes when you get into those, you end up in a sort of tunnel vision situation where you're too close to it, and you can kind of miss easier options or workarounds or whatever that can cost you time. But on top of that, I've been sick through this whole project. And additionally, we were on a really tight timeline for this project as well. And my PTO was right in the middle of it. And I also got hit with a couple of unforeseen circumstances or situations. So, all in all, I think performance-wise, I've actually done pretty well given the things that have been working against me. I am not a big fan of portable AC, unfortunately. I've done it in the past. They're kind of shit. I'm not a fan. Hate to say it, because I hate the window units, but they do a really good job, for what they are. They take up way less space, but they get, the installation sucks, but they get the job done. I'm always afraid I'm going to drop the motherfucker out the window. The whole time I'm messing with it, I hate it so much. Yeah. Well, what I'm actually referring to is a two hose. That was what I had. Didn't care for it. I really wish we just had central air. That's what I'm used to. But this place doesn't even have HVAC of any kind. So it's simply not possible. Yeah. Yeah. God, I wish I felt like doing anything, y'all. I just feel like such garbage. Like, I passed on Undue Crew because I was like, I'm not in any shape. I'm not in any shape. I will just basically not really be present. I would be there, but I just wouldn't be able to get into it at all. That sucks, Kiwi. And that sucks, Chloe. I'm sorry, y'all. No. The oil heaters would not be great. And I also feel like I don't really want to fuck with that. The type of heater that I'm talking about would basically do the job and it would be done. Like, the other apartment has, like I said, a vented heater, and it kills it. It just, the whole apartment's warm. It's taken care of. So this is, the one here just needs replaced. That's all there is to it, and then it'll be better. They're both natural gas. Which I'm not a huge fan of, but we can't really afford to do differently at the moment. Because like I said, no HVAC. What really kills me is that downstairs they have HVAC. They have central air. They're probably using gas heat just like us, but they have built-in air conditioning. Yeah, but I don't like that natural gas is the methods of obtaining it are bad generally, like fracking and shit like that. And I mean, it could be worse, but it's still it's not as good as a renewable based source, you know. Oil filled radiator, huh? Let me take a look at this. What is this thing? What does this look like? Oh, one of those. Yeah. I don't think I've ever lived anywhere that's used a radiator. Let me see if I can find for you the type of thing that we're looking to get, so you can have an idea. Electric wall heaters. Yeah, basically something like this. Which I want to say I feel like it has a brutal aesthetic, which I'm kind of excited about. I don't know why. I didn't know these existed, and then when Nakomi showed me like this is the type of thing she had in mind, I was like, that thing's wild. It's totally not what I expected. Because the one we have in here, it's a sort of a small, it's like maybe like 2 feet by 1.5 feet, It just looks sort of like an appliance on the wall. It's not super big. And then the other one kind of looks like a well, it looks like a furnace. It's just sort of a big metal box with a chimney coming out of it. So it's one that sits on the floor. So this thing was totally not what I was expecting whatsoever. I wonder if they come in colors. I hadn't even thought about that. Like, I wonder if it'd be better to get this one because it contrasts with the wall, or if we should get a darker one so that it blends in more. Doesn't look like there's color options. It's probably not the sort of thing that people customize very much. Well, anyway, that's what's happening. Access denied. Really? Weird. Oh, another thing that was on my agenda to possibly check out was this little game, an itch.io game called Alisa or Alisa, I'm not sure, which looked like it might be kind of in the vein of stuff that I've been wanting to mess with, which is essentially tank controls Resident Evil clones. Ah, yes. Yeah, I need to have Kentucky Route Zero on my agenda as well. Thankfully, I can rely on you to keep reminding me. Let me get you a link to that so you can see what that looks like. It seems pretty cool. It's very very much 90s, on the money. Yes, I so very much want to have an authentic Dino Crisis this year. So I'm hoping, because we don't have a ton of time. And I'm also gonna be going away for Christmas for a few days. Like, I think for 4 days. So around Christmas, I'll be traveling. So it has to be before that. So we have a little less than or right around a month to get that sorted out and make that happen. Yeah. No, I mean like we wish you a Dino Crisis. Yeah, this game does look like it falls somewhere between Resident Evil 1 and Alone in the Dark. And maybe some other games. I think maybe Clock Tower, kind of? Sort of? I'm not as familiar with Alone in the Dark and Clock Tower, so I could be wrong. Oh, my guts. All I want for Crisis is dinosaurs. So much potential with that shit. I hadn't even really thought about pop Christmas songs. The third to last screen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, something's really going on there. Dino, 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 Dino Crisis. Dino, 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 Dino Crisis. On the first day of Crisis, my dino gave to me. I was working on something. I don't know. It's hard to come up with decent lyrics on the spot. I was thinking like a fatal injury. Yes, Dave. Mariah Crises. I don't want a lot for Crisis. I don't really know how that whole song goes. I can't hear it in my head except for the last bit. That fucking one bit that you hear on all the goddamn, like if you go to a goddamn store. All I want for Crisis is dinos. I'm dreaming of a dino crisis, just like the ones we used to know. Where the teeth all glisten. Something about something listen and blood in the snow. I feel it. It's there somewhere. That misses the rhyme target, but I like it nevertheless. Grandma got eviscerated by a raptor when she was visiting the scientific facility one day. Maybe the move is to try to cram in a whole bunch of lyrics that absolutely don't work, but do completely describe Dino Crisis. Excuse me, sorry. I still the worst thing for me about Jurassic Park Evolution is or Jurassic World Evolution, I guess, is that I still would very much prefer the original Jurassic Park aesthetic. I don't like the like overly clean and sterile aesthetic of Jurassic World. It just lacks character. It doesn't feel lived in. It feels like it was all propped up just before you got there. I like the bunkers and stuff, the gritty cement structures, you know, of the original Jurassic Park. The big industrial electric fences. Like there's just something about it. It was kind of perfect. I just watched Jurassic Park again the other day. I watched Jurassic Park on like a regular interval. Singing all of Feliz Navidad correctly and only changing the Merry Christmas in the English lines. That is an absolute good. Yeah, utilitarian is a good description. There's just there's a certain Spielbergian something like when he was in his real peak through the 80s and 90s. I don't know. Maybe it was like the people he's working with or whatever, but it just hit all the right notes on presentation and stuff. It felt very grounded. Operation Genesis? I'm not familiar with this. Minority Report. Was that a Spielberg movie? Huh. The thing I actually watched that this year. I hadn't watched it in years and years. Um, I was never like super into Minority Report, and I think it's because I feel like the premise. There was something about it. I can't remember what it was, but it's just sort of self-defeating. There's something weird about the story that makes it not make a lot of sense in a similar way to like, why didn't they just have the Eagles take them to Mordor? You know, like, I can't remember what it is though. Aesthetically, I definitely enjoy. There's a lot I enjoy about it. Like I feel like it's a really good sci-fi aesthetic overall. There's some stuff. The eyes thing was pretty. That whole scene or series of scenes is pretty amazing. Oh, is wait a minute. What is this? Operation Genesis. Windows, Xbox, and PlayStation 2, huh? 2003? Huh. Wait. Is this is this a fucking park builder? Huh. I never knew that this existed. Damn. Look at that. Yeah, it's got it's got the aesthetic, man. I'm into it. There's a Minecraft texture pack based on Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Old as it is, it looks surprisingly good. It's definitely not looking great in the lighting department, and there's a lot of like reused models, but yeah, cool. I think there was an RTS. Um, there just weren't a lot of notable Jurassic Park games. I don't think. Jurassic Park RTS. I don't know what. Oh, Chaos Island. Yeah, Chaos Island. When were you from? Well, that's promoting Lost World. So yeah, so 97. Yeah, you did send me it. It's got. I'm pretty sure Jeff Goldblum's actually in it. Oh, sounds like it's a kind of a poor approximation of Command and Conquer. That's too bad. It looks cool though. I like the art style. Very old school. But it sucks. Yeah, I think you could do. There's still potential to be had from the original Jurassic Park, in my opinion. Particularly, I think a first-person story experience could be pretty amazing today, with a modern engine and lighting and AI. Just imagine having to survive the events essentially, because that was always one of the most compelling portions of like I don't know if any of y'all remember the Super Nintendo game. There were there were a lot of Jurassic Park games now that I think about it, but most of them were just bad. Like side scrollers where they just threw dinosaurs at you and it was pretty weird. um, but the Super Nintendo one was the top down Super Nintendo one, because I think there was two Jurassic Park games. One was a side scroller on the Super Nintendo, the other one was a top down. And the top down one, well, to be honest, I don't think you do, because what I started thinking about was the Home Improvement side scroller on the Genesis, where you fight dinosaurs for some reason. So it's like a Home Improvement Jurassic Park crossover game. But no, the Super Nintendo top down one had these sections where you go into buildings, and those sections were in first person, and it was very Doom like, or less than Doom really, but they were very compelling and pretty spooky, because you were having to go into these like bunkers, and they're essentially like the situation that what's her name, Ellie, ends up in, where she goes to turn on the power and she's in this horrible underground pipe labyrinth with velociraptors. Like, fuck off. Let's see. Did I ever figure out the retro PC capture for my setup? Yeah, I have a card. The DataPath Vision RGB card lets me basically do almost anything, as long as I can get it to. If I can get it to VGA, then I can get it to DVI and into the Vision RGB. And the Vision RGB supports like everything, so oh baby. I have this game in the collection. So there's stupid synergy. I'm looking up stuff on one computer and I can't copy it to the other. Hold on. Services. Yeah, he sucks. So, unfortunately, it's a real drag. He made a splash on Twitter pretty recently with some whole ass anti-vax, all the hits, ringing all the bells, you know. So yeah, you don't even have to watch very far into this vid that I'm about to link you to see what I'm talking about. It was not a good game by any means, but it was, I personally feel it was still one of the better ones of the era in a lot of ways, because it wasn't just a stupid side scroller where you just shoot dinosaurs. You actually had some objectives to do, and aesthetically it was pretty on point, I feel. But I mean, you're still just shooting dinosaurs, which wasn't great. So the objective was to collect all the eggs in an area, I guess. Yeah, yeah. The avatars are really special. But hang in there. They're gonna go into a bunker at like minute 4. If you want to just jump ahead to that, because that's what I really want you to see. It's probably gonna seem pretty laughable to you now. Oh, that one fucking game we did on the was that the CDI? I think. Yeah, that was so fucking awful. That one. This is much closer to like the avatars look like the actors and stuff. Like they had the licensing for this. But yeah, like look at this. It fucking yeah. It's basically like kind of Wolfenstein level 3D, but I mean pretty wild for the Super Nintendo, and I think pretty spooky. Like you're wandering around in these labyrinths and you don't know if there's something waiting around the corner for you, such as a velociraptor. But it does take away from it a bit that like you're shooting like these weird spinning balls at them, and then when they actually hit the dinosaurs, they fucking explode. Like, are they robots? What the fuck? But yeah, mostly it's the aesthetic I enjoy. I like the soundscape. I think is actually pretty good with this game. Surprisingly, I like the music and the sound effects and such. But yeah, I could easily imagine a very like Alien Isolation type of game play style where you're going around, you're having to re-enable systems that have gone down. You're wandering down dark corridors looking for terminals to find out if you know Unix. Um, and you never know. Around the next corner, there might be something that wants to eat you. You know, I mean, you could do amazing set pieces. Just imagine. It could be a totally spectacular VR experience too, which I think BFA pointed out earlier. This was something I was talking about during Half-Life Alyx. Yeah, the zoo level. Yeah. Well, I think it's dead because it's been usurped by um, Jurassic World. You know, they're not going to want to promote or do things with Jurassic Park because that would take away from the big new franchise, which I just don't like it. Um, it really saddens me. Like the first movie was passable. It wasn't stellar in my opinion at all. Didn't hold a candle to the first Jurassic Park. But the fall was so fast because the second movie is horrendously bad. It's so shit. And I'm amazed that they're doing a third one. Compound fracture? Quoi? What is that? Compound fracture. It's a game? Oh. Oh. Yeah, Dino Crisis inspired survival horror game. It's a retro first person Dino Crisis. Ooh. I don't think I actually looked at this. When is this coming out? Is this like basically the thing I was describing? Oh, look at that aesthetic, dude. PS1 graphics. Dithering. Shooting down the velociraptor with the fucking submachine gun was interesting. I love this stuff, dude. I'm so glad that people are doing stuff like this. God, the aesthetic on this is good. Fuck. Cool. Yeah, that looks sick. Oh, yes. Last crisis, I gave you my heart. The very next day, Raptors ate it away. That's pretty good. Well done. Yes, that is a true statement, Seth. Right? Drunk Chad invading our streams and going absolutely crazy on us, singing the full song. Yes. Terrible brain. Have you seen my brain? It's in chat. There it is.
He has a flat brain. He has a flat brain.
Sep, thank you for 53 months. I'm sorry, Sep. I should have waited. I replayed Spark's resub from earlier just to play the sound clip. But yeah, I was going to say, by comparison, you know, Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 2 and 3 are both better than Jurassic World 2. And I think Jurassic World 1 might be kind of on par with like Jurassic Park 2 and 3, maybe. Maybe just 3. Right? Like Jurassic Park 3 is pretty phoned in, but I think it's still all right. It's an okay watch, you know, but it feels doofy, especially because of the particular actors involved. Like they got oh, what's his name? The guy that plays Alan Grant, the fucking legend, and I can't remember his goddamn name, but he's in it. It's like those two actors, like Jeff Goldblum and this guy, just won't be in the same movie together again. It's like they're avoiding each other because they were in Jurassic Park together, and then Lost World was just Goldblum. Oh, Sam Neill, thank you. And then Jurassic Park 3 was just Sam Neill, and then Jurassic World had Goldblum again, and then I think none of them are
He has a flat brain.
in Jurassic World 2. Linnea, thank you for the sub. How you doing, Lynn? I just realized I probably massively mispronounced your name. I should have stuck with Lynn. It's either Linnea or Linya. I think it's probably number 2. My bad. Happens all the time. Cool. We are just shooting the shit because I feel like garbage this evening. I've been sick all day. Like, yeah. Davros emerges from the litter box. You called? I'm still just fucking watching this Jurassic Park on Super Nintendo. This is one of those nights. One of those weird nights. I'm definitely hoping to get at least a partial retro setup going again in a couple of weeks here. Assuming I'm not dead before that. I wonder if there's even a T-Rex in this game. I don't remember ever seeing one. Oh shit. Apparently the Genesis had a top-down. I wonder if this is the same game. I don't remember it being on Genesis as well. Oh no. This is the Lost World though. Something. This cutscene has. Oh my gosh. I gotta send you guys this. Survived. Dude, I don't think I have this one. I gotta track this down. Let me see. Jurassic Park. Let me see. Lost World, Jurassic Park. Sega Genesis. It's $50 loose, 140 complete. Huh. This is definitely a different game. It's top down like the Super Nintendo game, but it's a lot more detailed. Looks a lot less cartoony. And you're just, again, you're running around with a gun just shooting the shit out of dinosaurs. Oh my god, Co 15430, check that timestamp. In the original, the SNES video, I'm going 154. You must have jumped to the end to see if there was a T-Rex, right? Okay. Looks like it's a first-person situation. Oh, the one I just sent. Oh. Okay, sorry. Let's see, 54. Okay. To T-Rex escape. I jumped a little bit before the timestamp you said. Locating website. First shoot the dino. Whoa, what? Holy, what the fuck? Hold the fucking phone. What the shit? Okay, I went back. I haven't actually watched it through. I just really needed to read what that screen said. From Command Central, subject T-Rex escape. First shoot the dino in the head to stun it, then use the Jeep to push it into the electric fence. Be careful to avoid his counterattacks. Okay, let me see this. The 1 or 2 frames I saw of it looked insane. Holy shit. Oh my god. What the fuck? God damn, dude. Genesis had some fucking crazy shit sometimes. Look at this Jeep. What? Oh, yeah, yeah. So, okay, this is the scene. But that is not the T-Rex. That looks like a velociraptor. It looks like a fucking claymation velociraptor. What the hell? Jesus, what a wild fucking. This is one of those weird things that like it borders on being like on the one hand looking like shit in a lot of fucking ways, but on the other hand also being absolutely incredible. Like this is shocking. Yeah. Well, so the way this would have been achieved would have been not at all 3D. This is sprite scaling. You can kind of tell by looking at the body that it's a series of layered sprites, but the number of frames that it had was pretty insane for the Genesis. I feel like it was very smooth. It looked very much like a 3D model at various points there. God, I kind of wish I hadn't seen it now. I wish I would have just had the game, and I should not watch this one. I need to track this game down, and we need to play it. It should be part of our Dino Crisis. Yeah, have a good one, Lynn. Enjoyed the sushi. Yeah, me too. Maybe this could be like another Scream a Day level event, right? Every Christmas we have Merry Dino Crisis, and we just get all the fucking we pull out all the dinosaur games, baby. I mean, it'll be more like we'll replay games for sure. There's definitely not enough dinosaur games to support like a whole shitload. Like maybe not a whole month. Like maybe we do like a couple of weeks, like 12 dinosaurs of crisis. Why does this work with everything? I don't. God, yeah. There's so much we could do. Jurassic Park 2, the chaos continues. Yeah. This is the Super Nintendo sequel to the top-down one. Oh my god, what is this intro? Oh my lord. Hold on. Is this as wild as it looks like it's gonna be? I need to get back to retro so bad. This stuff just makes me so fucking happy. It always makes me so goddamn happy. Okay, yeah. You need to look at... You need to look at this. Look at the intro to this. You could just skip to like, let me see. Skip to like 25 seconds or so. Holy shit. Oh my god. What were they doing? What were they doing? Have I even seen this before? I don't. This is astonishing. I'm astonished. I don't know what I just witnessed. Yeah. What the fuck? Maybe we have seen this before. I might have this one. But I don't know how I didn't absolutely remember this. This feels like it should have replaced important other things in my brain because it's more important than those important things. And then it's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. Shoot them dinosaurs. Oh no. This is the one with the weird... Yeah. So it's a side-scroller that tries to do like the 3D path labyrinth thing where there's foreground elements that hide the arrows. I think we did check this out. Oh man. God. It might be one actually worth trying to get further in. Just because of the fucking crazy cutscene. Well, there are a few that flip the script, Nee. Including some of the retro ones. Like not just modern takes. I think there's a side-scrolling... Oh, the Genesis Jurassic Park game. You actually alternate between playing humans and playing dinosaurs. Playing a raptor, I think. You switch back and forth. I don't know what the logic is behind it. I don't remember, but... Yeah, I really honestly feel like my overall happiness would really shoot up if we got this stuff going again, because just immersing in this crap and enjoying the terrible garbage together is honestly, a lot of that is my favorite stuff of the past probably 5 years or so. Ever since I started the retro journey, the video game collecting and the RGB stuff, it was one of the brighter spots. Yeah, this looks like a fun game to check out.
He has a flat brain.
I do. Veratrix, thank you for 58 months. And thank you. I hopefully I'll be feeling better soon. We'll see. I'm trying to do whatever I can to feel better. I'll be seeing a doctor on Wednesday, so... Ah, BFA. How dare you? It's pretty good, honestly. Just got to take it day by day. Yeah, this is the one. Jurassic Park on the Mega Drive. You choose whether you're going to play as Grant or the Velociraptor. And it has the really like JPEG looking cutscenes. The Rex has demolished your car. The electric fences are down. And all the dinosaurs are loose on the Christmas. Make your way through the jungle to Santa's headquarters, I guess. Yeah, that'll also be a requirement. Oh man. I need EverDrives. Send me all the EverDrives, because you know what we should do? We should... I'm just imagining Crisis-themed ROM hacks. So we don't just play them. We like prepare, find, and replace dialogue and shit. And we play these bastardized Dino Crisis versions of all the Dino games. God, that would be great, huh? What I've just said is definitely going to be far too much work to achieve before this year, unfortunately, because I don't even have the first clue how to start, and I'm pretty sure a lot of that is like hex editing, which I have no experience with. So John Hammond, yeah, John Hammond is this world's Santa Claus for sure. What was the niece's name? What is her damn name? Because the elves could all be his were they his grandkids or his niece and nephew? I think there was his grandkids. Yeah, Nedry was all about workers' rights. He's kind of like the anti-hero of the film, really. Hammond fucked him over, you know. Oh yeah, Ian's fantastic. Whenever they do the Nedry scenes in the original movie, I always look really closely at the at the computer screens because I really enjoy the authenticity of some of the stuff and the absurdity of some of the other stuff. Like I love how their whole system, everything is all Macintosh. And obviously, it's well known that that whole Unix interface is fucking actually real. It's one of those weird ones where even I, as well, I always thought like that was just another example of fake, made up computer bullshit stuff for movies and TV. Why do they always do that? But then it turns out, no, actually, that was a real that was a real Unix interface you could totally use. You probably wouldn't because it ran as good as it looked in the movie, but it was real. FSN. I wonder if it's still. It's nah. It wouldn't be. I'm gonna look it up myself. I was gonna say I wonder if it's still maintained, but no. Why would it be, right? File System Navigator. Experimental application to view a file system in 3D, made by SGI for IRIX Systems. Even though it was never developed to a fully functional file manager, it gained some fame after appearing in the movie Jurassic Park in 1993. In a scene in the film, the character Lex Murphy, played by, her name is fucking Lex, played by Ariana Richards, finds a computer displaying the interface. She exclaims, "It's a Unix system, I know this," then proceeds to restart the building's access control system, locking the control room's doors. After the release of the film, some perceived the visualization as an example of media this is the words I said. Media representation of computers, citing the computer game-like display as being an unrealistic Hollywood mock-up, while unaware of the program's legitimate existence. Ah, the homepage on the Wayback Machine. Let's go. As seen in Jurassic Park, it says at the top. That's so good. Oh, look at that. Yep. Download it from their FTP. It's in a tarball. Download and untar that shit and start browsing in 3D, baby. And then there's FSV, a clone for Linux and Unix-like operating systems. Let me see some screens, baby. Show me the screens. Yeah. Yeah, Nedry is absolutely an anti-hero. He had motivation for his shit. Unfortunately, though, I think Michael Crichton was kind of like a weird douchebag in terms of his beliefs and shit. Wasn't he like a fucking weird libertarian or something like that? Can't remember. Michael Crichton, politics. Pretty sure he had the dumb brain. I could be wrong. He was anti-global warming. So he basically was like a neoliberal kind of. That's fantastic, Pubs. Holy shit. Yo, Richie, we could base the sort of theme off of like old Unix system shit like that, right? That'd be a funny transition between scenes and stuff. Yeah, just a really weird, contradictory dude. Great writer, though, obviously. And also, I mean, just because an author has certain beliefs and stuff doesn't necessarily mean that they can't write characters that. That was what made me think of it. I was thinking, like, well, Nedry's kind of like an interesting, like almost an anti-corporate character. But then I thought, yeah, but the author has dumb thoughts. But, I mean, yeah. It's a good author like gets past that shit with their writing. It's not necessarily just a self-insert thing all the time. Really neat. Let me take a look at this. Oh, it's on ArtStation, so it's got to be good. Oh, that first shot with the flare is already amazing. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Holy Lord. Capcom, where are you at? Please. You've done RE2 and 3. Don't leave Dino Crisis hanging. I'm sure they've been harassed about this, right? I think I've seen some talk about it, actually. Capcom, Dino Crisis. Just imagine on the the RE2 engine or whatever. In February, okay, Dino Crisis spiritual successor announced. That doesn't seem great. Very much like Resident Evil, but dinosaurs. Yada yada yada. Because we know the third one is trash. I think 1 and 2 are both well regarded. What's this thing? Instinction game start concept? What's Instinction? Oh, is this... Oh, this isn't even anything to do with Capcom. This whole fucking article is just link bait. Clickbait. But got bamboozled. Oh, well, let's see what they got, though. So this is Dino Crisis inspired, huh? We got a lot to keep up, or a lot to compete with, versus Compound Fracture, because that looked incredible. Instinction announcement trailer. Okay, so this thing, it was just the start menu for the game. Oh, there's an official trailer from 1 month ago. All right, let's go. This is interesting. Ooh. The jungle looks fucking beautiful. Check out the trailer, y'all. If you click on that video, you can just go to their channel. Oh, is it all first person, though? Probably. I mean, that's not necessarily bad. But I started thinking about, you know, the way the original games are. I mean, this looks amazing. This looks really incredible. Damn. One thing I have real mixed feelings on is it seems that they haven't adopted the more modern take on like feathered dinosaurs. In fact, that shit's all kind of gone insane in the past like couple of decades of like completely rethinking how we visualize dinosaurs, because it's funny. Obviously, it started really goofy, but I feel like we generally had this sense that we had kind of got close to the mark of what they probably look like. But that's all kind of been blown up. And there's a lot of even newer thinking along the lines of that we've done this thing where we've kind of essentially stretched a tight skin across a skeleton, and that we've probably been representing almost all of them like as emaciated weird monster creatures more than anything. Because if you look at the body shapes of current, living creatures, cats, dogs, cows, sheep, like there's so much more to a body beyond the shape that what you like see in a skeleton. No, I'm not familiar with that, Deft Moose, but that sounds interesting. I don't even know what a hippo skull looks like, but I'm imagining that it's probably going to be pretty weird. Oh boy, is it! Goodness me! Fuck! Jesus Christ! I recommend against looking up hippo skulls. What the shit? So yeah, I mean, imagine an artist's interpretation. Oh yeah. Someone did this. Here, yeah. Okay. Let me link you this. It's not Drawfee. It might be Drawfee. This article seems not to be referencing what Drawfee did, but okay, the alligator one's pretty funny. God, is that really what a kid's skull looks like? Jesus fuck. Is that real? How have I never seen a child's skull before? It's absolutely horrifying. Okay, I mean, yeah, I don't mean like in person. I just mean like a picture of one like that. I've seen lots of adult skulls. I think the hippo example here is the most informative. Well, no, the otter one is pretty good too. The elephant one as well. Yeah, it looks like a cyclops. It really does. Honestly, an elephant skull must be where the whole concept for a cyclops came from, because if you look at it, it looks like kind of like a dude's head with just one big eye socket in the middle. I'm going. Holy shit, the orca. Oh my god, the skull is just a saw. There's so much more head and body around an orca skull. It's like the skull's just for the teeth and that's it. Alright, what's this? Oh, what is that? What are those? They're the selfie guys. It was a coca or something? Is that what they're called? Coca? Pug. Yeah. Pug skulls are fucking ridiculous, dude. They are totally fucking weird. They do look like a predator. Crazy. What's up with number 10? What the fuck? Oh, jeez. These are good. Yep, hamster's pretty fucking weird looking. Ha! General Grievous? Nope, it's a fox. How is that their skull? What the fuck, foxes? What the fuck is that? That's a fucking platypus? Weird. Really weird. Seals are weird. Yeah. So, yeah, this is basically crabs. That's the crab one's funny. Hammerhead, yeah, that's a wild one. Get out of here with the owl one. 18. Let me see 19. Oh, let me see if I can guess what it is. Is that a bunny? It is a bunny. What's 20? Jeez, I don't fucking know. What the fuck are you? It's gotta be... Is it a rodent of some kind? Nope. It's a... Is that a lemur? I think it's a lemur. 21... I feel like 21's just a dog. Yep. 22... I'm gonna guess ferret. I nailed it. Dude, I know skulls. So good. Okay, 23. What are you? 23 doesn't even look real. It doesn't look like a real animal. Oh my gosh. That's a chameleon skull? Huh. They have like a cartoon skull. Holy shit, what is this? What is number 24? What the fuck? Okay, whatever it is, it's all eyes. This might be a lemur? Yes, or monkey? Is that a lemur or some sort of monkey? I always get those confused. There's a lot of sort of overlapping similarities. Yeah, some of these are kind of silly, or they just keep redoing the same thing. 25 looks like a cat, and it is. It's a lynx, I guess. Is that a lynx or bobcat? 26 is just a huge something. The skull's not really clear. Oh, it's a goddamn walrus. Sort of. Or no. Oh, manatee, actually. It's a manatee. Okay, well, 27's pretty easy. That's a snapper. Snapper turtle. 28. Gosh. I want to say that's like a fish of some kind, like a pike or a barracuda. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, and nope. It's a some sort of lizard. I don't know what kind though. Huh. That article is more fun. It's just totally clickbait, but it was more fun than I expected it to be. Anyway. It seems we probably got dinosaurs very weird or totally wrong. I think actually who put this thought in my brain? It's probably Kurzgesagt. I think they did a video on that recently, didn't they? Oh, they made a dino calendar. Oh no. Wait, did I get that? I may have got it. They did something, and I ordered it. They did a limited edition, like, holographic thing, and I was like, I cannot resist, and I will remain poor. Yeah, this is their fault. This is why I'm talking about this. It's because of them. It's always because of them. Jeez, that's crazy, JJ. Oh no, BFA. This reminded me of the end of AI, which always makes me feel sad. Thank you, Quaxum. Honestly, this whole conversation with y'all has been distracting enough to where I kind of haven't been focusing on feeling like shit as much. So thank you guys for that. Yeah. I we had a I don't know how to describe it, but from my perception, and it may be the time, my age, like just the unique environment in which I grew up or whatever, but I miss the period of time which I perceived to be an overall sort of optimistic enthusiasm for science that seemed to take place almost entirely through all of the 90s. I kind of feel like 90s was the decade of scientific optimism where we felt like we were on this road to like we've got the genome, we've got computers, we're checking out dinosaurs, we're learning shit, like just everything other than like space. I think space was kind of dead at the time, wasn't it? It went space stuff went through a bit of a recession because once we never went back to the moon, and there were various accidents, and it started to be this thing where people were like, "What's the point?" So funding really dried up. Yeah, yeah. I mean, now we're in the dark time. And that's why I miss the naive scientific optimism period because it was so enjoyable. I don't know. It's just cozy. That's I think one of the reasons that I enjoy Jurassic Park so much is that it captures a little bit of that, doesn't it? Particularly the beginning of the movie before it goes all apocalyptic. The beginning of the movie is absolutely dripping with that general feeling, you know. But the whole movie is actually a warning against it. The famous line, they were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think whether they should. Which, that unfortunately probably is essentially a self-insert representation of Michael Crichton's way of thinking. But there's certainly some truth to that. Because there's a lot of whether they should that we are now suffering from today. Fossil fuels, nuclear weapons. You're not wrong, BFA. You're not wrong. But yeah, I think that's a big part of why I'm so exactly, Dav, exactly. I think it's a big part of why I'm so nostalgic about the '90s. All that said, there's massive amounts of brain power being put onto these problems. As desperate as everything feels, I maintain a small but dying flame in my heart. There's still the possibility of a good timeline. Maybe we can have an amazing breakthrough of some sort. Well, I mean, I totally get that as well. Me and as I've explained before, despite totally feeling those feelings as well, something there's something of a baseline in me that just doesn't let it die. I don't know what it is. It feels like it should be dead, for sure. But it remains persistent. But it is only a tiny flicker. Uh, no, I generally avoid onions. I avoid onions because they really fuck my stomach up. So I doubt that that's the source of my issue. But that's interesting to know. I had not heard about this. Really? Let me look this up. Who knows? Maybe I don't know. But I would think that Nakomi, because we eat together. Uh, Salmonella in onions, October. In prepackaged mail order meal kits. Uh oh. Oh no. Hmm. Yeah. Fuck. Oh no. These onions have also been linked with prepackaged meal kits sent through the mail. You should throw away any onions from HelloFresh in every plate. Oh no. But that seems a bit. It says between July 7th and September 8th. Because, like, we just had. We're still getting every plate, even though I've been considering. Like, it seems like I don't want to, like, cancel every fucking goddamn thing under the sun, but apparently HelloFresh has been engaging in union busting, and they own every plate as well. But we did just have an every plate meal 2 days ago, I think. There were onions involved in it. Nakomi generally doesn't give me the onions because they, like I said, they fuck up my stomach anyway. But the sauce involved some small amount of onion. I know. There's no ethical consumption. Optimism dead. Yeah, man, I don't know. I guess it's possible we had a vector there that salmonella was probably fucking delivered here to us. And it's possible that it cross contaminated things and maybe it's just hanging around like in the fridge or something and getting on other stuff. Fuck. Well, time is a bit off, but I mean, if we got it on something, it could just be chilling, hanging out. Well, no, she's been having issues too, just not the same as mine. But I mean, shit affects people differently. Fuck. Ugh. Well, I'll have to talk to Nakomi about this. Shit. The fact that it specifically says HelloFresh in every plate is just crazy. It does sound pretty much on the target. Uh, so do I have it again? Oh my god, dude. Yeah. I mean, this sounds like it, right? They usually begin 6 hours, 6 days after infection, and last 4 to 7 days. Fun. And some people do not develop symptoms for several weeks, and others experience symptoms for several weeks. Cool, cool, great, cool, great. And the stress thing. That's what sucks about this kind of shit. These symptoms fit every fucking thing. Might as well have a hypothesis. Someone looked at me weird walking down the street. It's probably a potential cause. Yeah. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, dude. CDC estimates salmonella cause about 1.35 million illnesses, 26,500 hospitalizations, and 420 blaze it deaths in the United States every year. Jesus fuck. Mind-boggling. Absolutely fucking mind-boggling. I feel that, Morg. I feel that very, very much. I should probably be getting on out of here. To be honest, it's pretty late. I gotta work tomorrow. No one's forcing me to, just to be clear, but I care a lot about seeing this project through, and the clients are. I'm forcing me, but the clients are working on it this weekend because they're preparing the content and stuff in there for the launch, and I need to make sure that it's all good for them. It was supposed to be all good for them already. It's just circumstances. Yeah, thank you all. I think you helped me a bit to at least get through the past couple of hours. And I am excited for the future. I love this idea of trying to do a Dino Crisis this year. I think it just sounds like a lot of fun. And yeah, so I was happy thinking about that. Yeah, I think I shall fuck off and hope that I can get some sleep tonight. I hope you all have a good night.
He has a
and
flat brain.
I will see you tomorrow. Dino, thank you for that gift sub. I appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody.